move on to the next hive here. And this one is just a single deep of honey. I ran out of supers, so you make do with what you got. I suspect this one may be pretty full. Now I saw some robbing activity earlier, so I'm a little worried about these girls. I don't know how badly they got robbed out. This is hive number 5. Dad, hive number 5, 1 deep, and appy guard, please. Make a note. This hive's got a lot of bees in it. And again, a queen excluder, so I'm not worried about finding the queen there. I suspect there's going to be quite a bit of honey in this one. Yeah, it's packed with bees. I don't know if you can see it on the video. But they're from seam to seam here. Wish I'd have had the 3 supers that were on that hive on this hive, but you know, you never know. You know, sometimes it's hard to tell which hive is gonna do really well and which one's not. It can be hit or miss sometimes. I don't know, maybe the pros know how to tell really well, I don't know. I believe how calm the bees are. I mean, I'm using the smoker here, but I didn't really need it. Alright, time for the stinky stuff, girls. You're gonna hear them roar here in a minute. There it is. You know, it's only upper 70s out here, maybe lower 80s. It's still hot. Whenever let anybody tell you that harvesting honey is an easy job. Although at least I have a little bit of a breeze out here, which is nice. A lot of times the sun will be right here just beating on me and it's brutal. But yeah, I think this deep may be full of honey, and if that's the case, you're gonna see me struggle picking it up. I mean, let's put that down. A shallow or a medium, super full of honey, I think can weigh like, 40, 50 pounds. But you get a deep full of honey, I mean, my God, I think I can get up to 60 or more pounds. I'm definitely going to give this some time to work because there's so many bees in there. It's going to be hard to get them all out of there. It's definitely pushing them down. So I've got the first 4 hives done. So all supers are off those hives. Apiguard treatments on all 4 of them. So that's good. And we only have these 4 left. The 2 hives on the end, hive 9 and 10, already had their treatments and they are currently getting fed sugar syrup right now. About a 1-to-1 mixture. I was feeding them heavier and then I was corrected. You don't really want to be doing that yet. It's not time yet. It's not cold enough to be treating the heavy syrup yet. I just knew how light they were, so I was really trying to get them fed for the winter time. But like with all things in beekeeping, you can sometimes good intentions can be the wrong thing to do. So I backed off on that, and I'm feeding them 1-to-1 now. I bought a little two-gallon bucket pail at Lowe's for like $3, and then I got these little sort of taps like you'd find on a water cooler off Amazon for like $4. So I made like a $6 pail that I'm going to come out here, and then I can easily feed each hive with the hive feeders that I have. I think I've shown you in previous videos. Those are the ones that I put on top of the oval of the inner cover, because I only feed internally. Especially this time of year, you feed externally and you're just begging for a robbing event to occur. I actually stupidly left a couple of frames of honey out here in the field too close to the hive, and I set off a little bit of a robbing. With this hive, actually, I found a bunch of dead bees on the front, so that was pretty stupid on my part. But you know, we live and learn in beekeeping, and I won't be making that mistake again, I can assure you of that. So when these supers, after I extract them with the honey, I think I'm either gonna set up a pallet or use this aluminum stand, I don't know, 100 or 200 feet that way on my property, and around the corner, completely out of sight of the apiary, and you know, the bees will find it, and that way any other bees won't tell their hives, hey, I found this amazing source of food here. It's called the Bees in the Weeds apiary. Go get it, girls. That's what you don't want. I have all my hive entrances closed down to either 2 or 4 inches right now, just to, again, to try to prevent any sort of robbing. I've got all the openings on the front of my supers closed up, because I put entrances on all the front of my supers for during the spring flow. It gives the bees an easy entrance into the hive rather than coming from the bottom, because again, I use queen excluders on all my single brood management hives in between the supers, and you know, those forage bees that are going out and getting that nectar, they really don't want to go all the way up through the hive, especially through a queen excluder, just to store food in the super. So if I can give my bees a top entrance, they used the crap out of it this spring, so I'm sure they were grateful for that. But you got to be careful in the fall time, because now you're just inviting robbing or anything else. You know, it's crazy what we do as beekeepers. It's a balancing act on all things. Just like feeding this time of year is a complete balancing act. If you underfeed, your hives are too light going into the winter time, and they may die or perish. Or if you overfeed right now, especially with single brood management, you risk plugging up the brood chamber with nectar, because those bees are going to store that food. They're going to store it. And then the next thing you know, your queen is running out of room to lay in, and then the signal to swarm gets triggered and your bees take off. Even this late in the year, it can happen. I've seen it happen. People are posting right now late season swarms. So let's see what we got. Yeah, they're even starting to come out of the entrance down there. They don't like this, but I'm gonna pull this off here. I suspect it's gonna be pretty heavy. Yeah, it's got some decent weight to it. It's not as heavy as I was thinking it might be. Bees there. I'm not sure what to do. Probably gonna be hard getting all the bees out of this one since it's a deep. Never hurts to try. this one. Yeah, there's still plenty of bees in here. It's not that heavy. There's some honey in here, but it's not as heavy as I Well, a lot of bees in this hive, but not a lot of honey. I was hoping for a little bit more than that, but it is what it is. Exclude her off. These girls ready for treatment. bees are pretty calm, actually. I mean, all things considered. I don't think I'd be that calm. Yeah, out of this one. I mean, this hive is full. And I would expect the population to start to go down this time of year. I'll get that treatment spacer. So here's the spacers we made. Just a 2-inch shim pine all the way around. And I put a, what is this, a 1-inch hole? I think it's 1 inch in the front, just to give them another entrance here. Shot girls. And this provides the space to be able to put that apiguard on here. This stuff smells like Listerine almost, you know, because that's the active ingredient. Listerine is thymal, not alcohol, like a lot of people think. Alcohol just makes your mouth burn. Feels like it smells. The actual active ingredient is thymal. Don't believe me? Look it up. All right, put them out of the way here. Put this right over the brood nest. And they're like, what the heck is that? We don't like that. And we are going to get it out of the hive. Which is what we want. Dag on it. I keep doing that every time. First things first. Shake the inner cover. Look at all these bees we still have on the inner cover. Right? Where's my hive? And all you do is just give them a quick bump like that, drops them on here. They don't seem to mind it too much. That's it. All right, now get out of the way. There we go. Right there. And over the next couple weeks, they'll clear all that out. And then the other thing I have to do is, you know, I run open bottom boards so the screen is open. You want to make sure when you're treating with this stuff that you go ahead and put your IPM board back in. So that little perforated cardboard slips in the bottom. You want to put that back in so the fumes, the thymol fumes, stay in the hive as the bees pass it to each other and carry it around. Helps get a more successful kill rate for the mites. So yeah, that's it for this one. Not as much honey as I was hoping for, but you know, that's the case with fall pulls sometimes, you know. It's hit or miss, depending on what kind of flow you get, but I'm really just concerned about getting the bees ready for winter right now. I'm not really worried about honey. Okay, that officially wraps up the 2022 honey season. So successfully removed all of the supers off of all the hives. It wasn't that good of a pull. I'd say if I'm lucky, I probably have 30 pounds of fall honey, which is fine. You know, again, that's not really what I'm after. I am excited to taste it. It looks pretty dark. But I've got ApiGuard on all the hives now, except the 2 on the far that I already treated. So I have that on 6 hives, and we'll leave that on for the next 2 weeks. And hopefully it kills a bunch of mites. And then what I plan on doing after that is feeding pretty heavy on the sugar syrup to get all these hives ready for winter, just to make sure that they have enough food stores, because a lot of them, when I checked, were pretty light. Not that I'm surprised, you know, we're in a dearth right now, but they definitely need more stores before we get to the winter time so they can successfully make it through. So anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. Be sure to click the thumbs up if you liked it, and I'll see you guys on the next one.